Welcome to the Biz Easy podcast, where small business is simplified for greater results. Brought to you by Resources and Development. Go to www.resources-development.com for help in taking your business to the next level. And now, help me welcome the host of the Biz Easy podcast, Steve McCrillis.
Welcome to the Biz Easy podcast, coming to you from America's small business capital, recorded right here in Middle Tennessee while reaching across the airwaves all over the globe. Biz Easy, your resource to help take your business to the next level. Also, stay tuned to learn how you can get your free Biz Easy business tool gift. My name is Steve, your host, as we all learn how to stay better focused on the things that make your business great. Now, don't forget our new book available on Amazon. Isn't it time your business becomes a Biz Easy? If you enjoyed the podcast, you will love the book. Now, I'd like to introduce you to my partner and our resident guru of coaching, our lead business coach, Skip Williams.
Hey, thanks, Steve. How are you today?
Excellent, as usual.
I'm really excited about our guest today, so I won't hold us up very long. But before I turn it over to him, tell me, how does the moon cut its hair? Eclipse it.
Okay, there you go. And there's the topical joke for the day. As Skip mentioned, we have a guest today. He is our subject matter expert. Kevin is currently an advisor to Resource and Development for marketing strategy and also has been institutional in architecting the social media schedule and content used for the Biz Easy podcast. He comes with an in-depth knowledge as to social media platforms and has truly a creative mind for ad preparation. Hey, Kevin, glad to have you with us today.
Hey, Skip and Steve. It's great to be here. Happy to be talking about AI integration in marketing today.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Cool.
All right, let's get into it. So artificial intelligence, or AI, refers to the development of computer systems capable of performing tasks that we humans typically require lots of intelligence to do. So in marketing, AI enables businesses to analyze these vast amount of data and extract valuable insights much more efficiently than we could. This allows for much more personalized marketing efforts and more effective customer engagement that couldn't be achieved before the integration of AI. In today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, marketing has undergone an extensive transformation because of this. And the rise of AI has not only changed the way businesses interact with their customers, but has also changed the strategies behind these interactions. Today, as we delve deeper into the era of AI integration, it's very, very clear that leveraging these technologies is an essential step forward.
Wow. Okay.
Do tell.
The AI's impact on marketing could be considered very multifaceted, affecting everything from data analysis to customer service. The ability to harness all this vast data and extract these important insights allows businesses to really personalize those efforts like never before. AI marketing can predict customer behavior. It can tailor recommendations and even anticipate needs of the users, which creates this more engaging and satisfying customer experience. The data provided from this analysis can be utilized on many different scales, ranging from individual content creators all the way up to corporations that we know and love.
Hey, Kevin, I have a question before you get too much further. Is it your opinion that AI will reduce the creativity? Because you talked about more of an analytical approach, but will it reduce the creativity that currently goes into projects that many industries hold dear?
That's a fantastic question. Actually, AI can technically boost creativity because of how it streamlines the data analysis and production side of certain projects, which leaves a lot more room for creative development instead. I understand your concern with the ability of AI to take away from the creativity, but it really has the potential to generate new possibilities. And in my opinion, it's extremely unlikely that it's completely going to replace the creative spark and ingenuity that humans could bring to their work. I would say it's more like a complementary tool that can enhance and extend creativity rather than diminishing it.
If I could
I've
piggyback on
never
that.
heard it presented
Go
that
ahead.
way. And I got to tell you, my wife is in the publishing business, and obviously they're very concerned because they're creating all kinds of new content. And your response really does kind of ease that concern a little bit. I'll be sure to share that with her, as she's one of the ones going to listen to this podcast.
Fantastic.
One of many. But Kev, hey, when we've had like pay-per-click marketing for a long time, Google Ads, that sort of thing, which does a lot of like A/B testing and serves up more of what's seems to be getting uh, uh, more clicks or whatever that sort of things. How does AI differ from that, or is that AI?
Well, it's a little bit different because now with social media specifically, they're being able to pull and extend the amount of advertising and the type of advertising that's being showed to you. So let's say for Google Ads, you're paying to have your ads shown to a certain demographic in a certain geographical area in a certain age group, and maybe that's associated with certain hashtags and content that they're engaging with, which are all things you can do manually. Google's AI on their side, after you pay for this advertisement, will go in and show it at the proper times to the correct users, which it thinks through its algorithm will generate the most success rate for you as the advertiser. So it's AI is kind of integrated everywhere nowadays in marketing.
Okay.
Okay.
I may circle back to that. Go ahead.
So in continuation to the personalization at scale of the marketing, one of the most significant advantages of AI in marketing is that personalization aspect. Through the machine learning and the predictive analytics side, AI systems can analyze user interactions, preferences, and behaviors to deliver these personalized messages, offers, and other content that's shown to you. This level of personalization was not realistic before AI integration due to all the inefficiencies in what it would take to produce personalized content for each user. I mean, Instagram has hundreds of millions of users. Facebook has hundreds of millions of users. It would be impossible to personalize content for each one manually. So the introduction of AI technically enhances the user experience and also improves those conversion rates and customer loyalty due to the personalization AI can bring. The advertising on the social media apps perfectly reflects this concept. Um, One way apps like Instagram and TikTok utilize these feature sets is through analyzing the interactions with certain content creators or content, and then triggering the AI algorithms to prioritize pushing advertisements that are relevant to the industries or products associated with said content.
Well, no idea. Makes sense with what you had said earlier.
Let's say you decide to follow a travel influencer and like their posts on Instagram. Instagram AI will then take into account your digital footprint and all the data points collected from all of your interactions before showing you advertisements that would be relevant to that topic. What AI does that wasn't possible before is it can automatically see what advertisements generate more engagement with each potential customer and optimize a marketing plan generated specifically for that user. So AI is capable of automatically adjusting this plan based on psychographic factors, engagement with previous ads, browsing history, purchase history, search history, everything associated with what you've interacted with on that application. Through the integration of AI into these models, a digital profile of consumers becomes ever more detailed in ways most people don't think about. Media companies like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram have been able to create what is essentially a digital mirror copy of yourself onto the
Ouch.
internet. So that's where all this online privacy issues that's up in the
Sure.
news in the last couple of years is coming from, because they're really taking in every ounce of personal information that you put on these websites and selling it to each other and using it to create a more engaging platform that you can be stuck on more everyday scrolling, essentially. So the foresight they gain by having this digital profile really allows users to have more targeted marketing campaigns. It allows for better inventory management by companies, better product development, and ensures that businesses stay many steps ahead of their customers' expectations, really.
So when I'm hearing you say before the advent of AI, was this data collected and analyzed couldn't be done in the volume that it is achieved with AI. Is that a fair assumption?
Absolutely, that's correct.
So,
Overall, while
so what would they do before? They would just aggregate and put me in a pile of people who are like me?
essentially, and it was a lot of hypothetical analysis to where you take a small test group and then you would extrapolate that and push that out and hope it would work based off of a smaller data set. Now there's a lot more accuracy with the AI being able to analyze a large, vast amount of stuff.
Okay.
So overall, while the data collection and analysis before the creation of AI was inefficient, now it's like much more intensely accurate than it was before. The methods before were labor intensive and less sophisticated compared to what you can achieve with AI today.
And as it learns, it's going to get even more accurate.
Exactly, yes, because that's one of the scary things about AI is that every time it's doing something, it's becoming better at it. AI is a new thing, but it's not as new as a lot of people think it is. It's the thing that's new now is the machine learning that it can do, where when it completes a task, it understands if it's being more efficient or better based on what you tell it. So it can become smarter every time it does that task. So it will continue to become better and improve.
So if I can maybe put that in, I don't know if this is layman's terms or not, but if before we had algorithms, if this, then do that.
Correct.
Now we start with that algorithm, but based on the results, it will tweak that algorithm over time.
Correct. If you give it an end result that you want to reach, it's going to continue to try and adjust a lot more variables than we can possibly do as humans. It would take much too long.
Right.
Well,
fascinating.
Move on. What's up? Go ahead.
So a real world example of this is social media advertising. Let's explore a practical example of how AI can really enhance marketing efforts, focusing on social media. Understanding your audience, start by examining your followers on social media platforms, look at their demographics, interests, and engagement patterns. Then what you move on to targeted advertising. Using AI-powered tools provided by platforms like Facebook Ads Manager or LinkedIn Campaign Manager. These tools allow you to create highly targeted ads based on factors such as age, location, interest, and behavior, etc. The next step would be dynamic ads. Experiment with dynamic ads that automatically adjust based on user interactions. For example, if a user visits your website but doesn't make a purchase, dynamic retargeting ads can display the exact products that they viewed, increasing the chances of conversion. An example of that could be, let's say you go to Nike, their website, and you put in a pair of shoes in the cart, but you never check out. Well, now you'll get advertisements and email marketing campaigns sent to you automatically with pictures of that type of shoe or shoes similar to that in similar colors, similar styles, and other clothing that could be associated with it to help conversion. And the final step would be optimization, which is monitoring the performance of your ads and use AI-driven insights to optimize those campaigns. Algorithms can analyze the data in real time and make recommendations to improve targeting, ad creativity, and maybe budget allocation of where you need to spend more money. But the thing with AI is that it's automatically doing all these things, which had to be manually done before.
When you say it can adjust your ad, I mean, is that the graphics? Is that the verbiage? How is it adjusting the ad?
So it can adjust the platform that it's showing it to you on. It can adjust a lot of advertising and media companies will create similar ads that are all of kind of like a group. So maybe there's a new a gaming console coming out. There'll be a similar type of ad for that can be rotated, or similar types of ads that have the same theme that can be rotated between a user to see which one engages better. So that's more of what I'm referring to.
Okay.
So by leveraging AI and social media advertising, even beginners can reach their target audiences better and get better results. In the fast-paced world of social media, creating compelling content is essential for engaging with audiences and driving brand awareness. The attention spans of the younger generations nowadays is so short, you have to have something extremely engaging. However, the process of content creation is often really, really time consuming and really, really resource intensive. So the integration of AI has definitely revolutionized the way marketers, content creators, and even just anybody who's trying to create a brand to approach content creation in a different way. One of the most interesting things that really has captivated me in the last couple of months is the power of automated content generation tools that have emerged. They're game changers in the marketing landscape when it comes to volume and like the amount of volume you can produce. These tools utilize advanced algorithms and language processing techniques. So essentially, it understands the way that we speak, the way that we enunciate, the intonation behind words, certain words and spacings and that sort of stuff. And it produces automatically voiced over content over an assortment of media, including blog posts, captions, email newsletters, video content, and more. And a good example of that is, let's say you have a podcast or a video that's lengthy and you want to create short form content from that to put on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. You can upload that 20-minute video file and it will spit out, based on some parameters that you set, around 10 to 20 videos that are about 10 to 15 seconds long about topics, all sorts of different things. And that's automatically generated. You don't have to go in and edit those out and add captions or add voiceovers or add graphics. All those can be done automatically now instead of manually.
Wow, I don't
That-
did. I think you
that's
just
amazing.
tipped your cards.
Steve, before you ask a question, that reminds me of you turned me on to the voiceover recordings, which I've been using quite a bit. But it is amazing how much textual content it can create, graphical content it can create, as well as now audio content. Just amazing. And if our business owners aren't out there utilizing some of these tools, even if it's just on an occasional basis, I think they're missing the boat. Steve?
Absolutely.
You referenced AI as it applies to social media and engaging audiences more effectively without me getting pseudo-psychological here. And you're approaching this from the advertiser's position, because the more information you have about a potential customer client, the better off and the more effectively you're going to target and market these people, correct? Well, will this not turn social media into more of an advertising platform that will invariably push people away? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm from a different age group, but Facebook has kind of gotten to be the old person's social media, and I hope I'm not offending anybody, but then again, I don't care. And the other medias tend to go more towards the younger people. And the minute it sounds like an advertisement, the minute it sounds like a sponsor, don't you click away? And wouldn't this invariably push people away from social media, trying to avoid advertising?
You make a great point, but the AI algorithms are already taking this into account. There's thousands and thousands of variables that are being assessed while these personalized advertisements are shown to the user. So there's variables that we would never even understand the amount that are being assessed. And one of the things that changes, specifically to your point of pushing away people and showing too much advertising, is they're creating advertising now that is almost exactly like the content that they're already engaging in. So let's say I'm swiping on TikTok and I'm going through different media. I will get to an ad about, let's say, Ritz crackers, and it'll be in the format of a video that I was just looking at 2 seconds ago on TikTok. So I'm almost accidentally engaging with the ad and watching about 10 to 30 seconds of it before I even realize that it's an ad. So
Well,
it's really, and this doesn't apply to everybody. This is more so based off of age demographics, but they know what kind of advertisements to show you and in what quantity to prevent from pushing you off the platform. They would rather you spend 5 hours a day on their application with 100% of the ads that they can show you than 30% with 500% ads being pushed towards you. They'd rather you really just be on that application as long as possible.
And I think to further illustrate is if I'm watching a bunch of motorcycle videos or whatever, it's going to have ads for motorcycle accessories or whatever, or different, or a new motorcycle. And so you get, you'll get more carpentry ads if you're looking at how to do stuff or whatever. So you get less of the hemorrhoid ads and more of those ads you want.
Exactly. And one thing I find interesting that I've noticed in my personal use on social media is that if I'm in a phase where I swipe quickly past certain ads because I am not interested in them, it already knows this and understands how quickly I move past the advertisement, will no longer show me that advertisement, will give me a break from advertisements, and then slowly trickle them back in after a certain period of time.
Wow.
So these are variables. And again, this is not stuff that can be done even manually. This is all algorithms and AI taking into account stuff and making changes.
I feel violated now.
It's intense. It's extremely intense.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead.
So let's say while the benefits of AI in marketing are definitely undeniable, they also bring forth some ethical considerations as we just kind of dived into a bit. Issues such as data privacy, consent, and the potential for bias in AI algorithms are the forefront of discussions at the moment. Marketers definitely have to navigate these ethical waters carefully, ensuring that AI integration respects customer privacy and promotes fairness and transparency to everybody.
Yeah.
A different ethical point, Kevin. It sounds like if I create a successful ad that gets a lot of engagement, and then platforms like Instagram serve them up, then they're going to serve up my competitors' ads as well. Am I understanding that correctly? I'm spending the money to break ground for my competitors?
Well, the way it works is that it depends on how good your advertising is compared to theirs, because the companies will try and push yours out there if you pay for it, but it's about which one gains more interaction. So yes, if a competitor is spending the same amount of money as you, but their advertisement is of higher quality that's getting more engagement, theirs will most likely be receiving more push out there because the apps want to focus on their side as well.
Yeah, but to your point, if I'm Ritz Crackers and I'm selling Ritz Crackers and I'm getting these ads in, they might try to squeeze some ads in for the competitors' crackers as well.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. But there's issues that come up with that where it's what is your deal that you have with this social media company? How much are you paying? And these are all factors that can be manually adjusted on the back end, depending on how, because they control everything when it comes to how much is being displayed at the end of the day. It's not just the AI. They hold the reins to the AI that's controlling all of this. So if a company like Ritz Crackers, or another example, let's say just shoes again, Adidas is having ads. Well, if Nike is paying more and they have a larger percentage of their marketing budget going towards it than Adidas is, then they're going to have more advertising pushed out there. That's just how it is, regardless of if the advertising is more engaging or better or not. Because at the end of the day, it is a money thing. It is a money thing.
Curious.
But to the point, the AI gets better with every dollar of advertising that's spent. So
yes, so you could say that, yes.
So your early adopters, your early adopting companies that cater to early adopters could get stepped on later by bigger competitors.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. This is true.
Okay. All right. You want to wrap that up there then? Go ahead, Kev.
So I just want to say one more thing about in regards to the privacy and the issues with the ethical concerns of a lot of these social media apps and the data collection. because AI is there and it's collecting all this data, it's shocking some of the stuff that it can collect. And one of the most wild things that I learned about was TikTok was under a lot of fire because through the camera, if you gave it access to your camera in your phone, it was able to access and record from the front of your phone and understand where your eyes were looking on your screen and understanding what parts of the screen you were even looking at to collect data on that and understand where you were engaging more so they could adjust and move things to certain places within the app. And the issue that arises with that is when you confirm on an app that you're above the age of 18 and that you're an adult, you don't have to be above the age of 18 and be an adult. So there were children that were minors who are having data collected on them. That's considered unethical in my book. And that's something that came under massive amounts of fire in. And this is just one way that these companies are coming under fire in. There's so many different variables and stuff when it comes to privacy that we have no idea about that's being shared with us across these companies to create this digital profile of us.
Scary, yeah.
Very, very scary, but it's the world we live in today. So in continuation, for marketers looking to stay competitive in this AI-driven world that we live in today, continuous learning and adaptation is definitely key. Understanding the latest AI technologies, tools, and strategies is essential. The integration of AI into marketing is definitely not just a trend. It's a fundamental shift in how businesses connect with their customers. By leveraging AI's power to personalize, predict, and engage, marketers can create a more meaningful and effective interactions. However, this power comes with a huge responsibility to use it ethically and thoughtfully. As we move forward, the fusion of AI and marketing will continue to evolve, offering lots of exciting new opportunities and challenges alike. In this new era, those who embrace AI with strategical and ethical approaches will be the ones who thrive. That's something I'm confident in.
Interesting. This is great, Kevin. I can't help but thinking, though, that it's a bit overwhelming, a bit technical to jump into and utilize all these AI tools. And if you're a large company, you've got millions of dollars worth of sales, of course, you can afford to do that. But a lot of businesses out there are a one-man band or a half a dozen people band type of thing. How could they take these tools or other AI tools or whatever and utilize them to their benefit? I love that the internet, social media democratize advertising. So even if I can afford to put some pay-per-click ads up, I can afford to do some ads on social media and so forth because I'm serving it up to a select group of people as opposed to the whole world like a Coca-Cola would, right? But how can our small businesses especially utilize this today? Can you kind of maybe give us a 1, 2, 3 type of
I think
uses?
an approach that somebody could do if they're completely new to AI and have never seen it and have never touched it and have no idea what it's about and are kind of intimidated by it, I think a super easy way is to start by asking it questions, day-to-day questions that you come into that you have a hard time dealing with or don't know the answers to. So an example of how you could solve this is, let's say you own a shop where you're printing custom t-shirts and you're wondering if it's a good idea to buy this new material and what certain demographics or what certain customer base is in your area or something like that. You can go onto ChatGPT, which is the biggest AI right now that's available to users on the internet. It's a website. Just look up ChatGPT. And for free, you can sign in with your Google account and start using it. And you can type in questions like that. And it will output answers to you based off of what it can find on the internet and what other people have also asked it. So you can take these answers, and most of the time they're extremely helpful. And then you can move on to the next step, which is if you want to create content using AI, you can start generating images or help it edit your brochures that you're posting, or maybe help it with some email marketing campaigns. And just by asking it questions. Asking it questions is kind of like the first step in getting used to AI and getting to learn how it works. Is just by the simplest form of using it is by telling it your problems and asking for a solution. That's definitely the easiest way I could say of getting into AI.
Interesting.
Good advice.
Yeah, we appreciate that, and a lot of thought. Obviously, a lot of consideration has gone into what you presented today, and I certainly do appreciate that. The blog that Kevin has written will be available on our website within the next week or so. Is that a safe assumption, Skip?
Actually, it's scheduled to go up on June 3rd, I believe.
I encourage you to go to resources-development.com and take a look at it. A lot of valuable information. Thanks so much for joining us today. I appreciate all your effort. Appreciate everything you're doing for us. And I know that your business as it grows will be institutional in the future of your business and your career. Thanks again. I think we have a free gift video you can now watch, find out what it is that you have been able to get today for absolutely zero investment. This week's free gift is our marketing evaluator. Now, do you ever write an ad and wonder if it is going to have the impact you intend for it to have on your potential customers? Well, this tool is designed to help you review your current marketing impact and efficacy for deciding upon improvement or reassignment. We all know how important planning is, especially when it comes to planning for profit. To ensure that you are planning to put your best foot forward in marketing your business, this tool is a great resource for you and your marketing effort. Let's let Skip show us around.
This week's tool, Steve, is pretty simple. It's really just scoring yourself in several different areas, but I think it'll really help people determine how powerful and what type of an impact their ads will have. So each category, you would pick which number best describes your ad, put it in here. So we're taking some of the subjectivity, but not all the subjectivity out of writing these ads. Put your points in each of these section, and at the end, it'll give you your average points, and it will tell you whether you should probably start all over from scratch or whether you have something that's clear, passionate, precise, and powerful. Pretty simple tool to use, but I think it'll be really effective for folks when they're writing an ad or evaluating an ad that was written for them. Thanks, Steve.
As Skip mentioned, once again, the inputs are minimal, but the outputs are very powerful. Now, this tool can be very valuable in helping you look more objectively at your marketing products and evaluate just how effective it will be to your constituency. Now, we hope this makes your business a little more predictable and profitable. And the way to get your copy of the Marketing Evaluator tool free today is to go to the products page at resources-development.com and use the coupon code ADCHECK. That's ADCHECK to get yours absolutely free. And this product is a $9.95 value that you will receive for listening to us today. Our gift to help make your life biz easier.
Write that ad and stand back and watch the sales roll in. Right, Steve?
There you go. Thanks, Skip. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it very much. And that's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
Sweet.
Thanks for listening to today's BizEasy podcast. If you enjoyed our broadcast, we would kindly ask you to like, subscribe, and share with other entrepreneurs. See you next time on the BizEasy podcast, where business is simplified for greater results.